back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back pickle biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Holy flying flipping flapjacks, full-time family. This is big news, and it might not be like crossover casual fan big news, but as a hardcore MMA fan and a hardcore fan of women, let me tell you, I am excited and pumped to bring you guys this news. Mackenzie Dern, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu ace who's carved out a solid 5-0 professional record, has finally signed with the UFC. The bright young prospect will make her long-awaited octagon debut at UFC 222 March 3rd in Las Vegas, Nevada, and her opponent will be Ashley Yoder, the Spider Monkey. Ashley Yoder is coming off of a 2-fight losing streak to Justine Kish and then Angela Hill, 5-3 overall. So they're easing Mackenzie Dern in as she's undefeated. She's 5-0 and she's fighting a chick that's 5-3. So they're not throwing her to a wolf and saying, "Here's Joanna." And honestly, I don't even know if she's fighting at 115 if she's fighting. Wait, no, that's 135 because didn't Justine Kish fight Felice Herrig? That's when she pooped on herself, and they fight at 135. Who did Angela Hill just fight? I thought she just fought at 115. This might even be at 125. Duh. I'm pretty sure she's a 125 pounder. I've heard this chick multiple times, and you know that division did just get opened. I've heard multiple of her interviews on Ariel Helwani's show. Never seen one of her fights. I just know she's like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist who's coming over to choke bitches out. But this is just all in my head. As I told you guys in the beginning, yes, I'm a huge fan of mixed martial arts, but I'm also a fan of women. And let me tell you, now taking my mind off of mixed martial arts just for one quick second and putting it on women, let me tell you, Mrs. Mackenzie Dern is beautiful. I think, and this is just a side note, I'm not objectifying women as some of you fucking social justice warriors will say, but what I'm saying is this chick is beautiful. She might have some of the tiggest bitties we've ever seen in the UFC. I mean, look at them joints. Alright, I apologize. I'm a man. I'm just saying she's beautiful. She's coming to the UFC. She's got potential star power. I'm talking about that Michelle Watterson, Paige Van Zandt. I'm talking about that Misha Tate star power. I'm not talking about coming over here and fucking being Joanna Jacek and, you know, defending her title 7-8 times in a row. I'm not talking about that type of dominance. I'm talking about dominating the headlines, dominating the TV shows, that star power, you know, because people are going to want to tune in and see her fight, whether or not it's whether they want to see her fight, because as I said, this chick, you know, look at her. And you can take that however the fuck you want, but you know, that is a theme we see in the UFC. We've heard fighters complain about this, whether it's Felice Herrig, Cub Swanson, you know, fighters say, I feel like I'm not pretty enough for the UFC, or I feel like the UFC doesn't want me because they're not giving me this opportunity, and this person that I feel like I'm better than is getting the opportunity because they're pretty or whatever reason. Well, if you can get opportunities in the UFC because you're pretty or beautiful, we saw Cynthia Calvillo got the body armor look, you know, Francis Ngannou with the body armor. For whatever reason, I'm just saying, I think Mackenzie Dern can get that body armor sponsorship. Mackenzie Dern people would want to see on Dancing with the Stars or the fucking challenge on MTV. So that's what I see out of her. She can be like a star that way. Now, why is this video special to me? Some of you might have caught this, some of you didn't. Boom, where is she making her UFC debut? Boom, where does she train out of? Boom, who is she in that picture with? Boom, now it's time to drop the real bombs on the motherfucking channel, dog. Training, you see her standing right there next to motherfucking Benson Henderson. She trains out of the MMA lab, and she's fighting in UFC 222. Who else fights out of the motherfucking MMA lab? Boom, you got it. Sugar, Sean O'Malley. Who else is fighting on UFC 222 in Las Vegas? Boom, you got it. Sugar Sean O'Malley. So that's why when I saw this, and she's on Sugar Sean O'Malley's team, yo, I'm hoping it's a great day for the fucking MMA lab. Team Benson Henderson and shit. And I don't even know if it's like Benson Henderson's team. I just know when you hear about the MMA lab, or when I hear about the MMA lab, people usually refer to Benson Henderson as like the most successful fighter out of there. And I didn't even know Mackenzie Dern was out of that camp until I seen this article, and I was like, oh shit, that's where my boy Sugar Sean O'Malley fights out of, and she's in the pick with Benson Henderson. That's dope. And she's fighting at UFC 222. My fucking mind got blown. And I seen them motherfucking tig old biddies. I was like, yo. But anyways, with that being said, man, jokes aside, gonna be a dope card. UFC 222 in Las Vegas, March 3rd, my birthday month. Fuck you, time, Matt. I can't wait for that card, yo. Sean O'Malley's on the card. We know, I don't want to say Hector Lombard. CB Dollaway might be fighting Hector Lombard on that card. Also on UFC 222, we got Stefan Struve versus Andrei Arlovsky. No main event or co-main event yet, but gonna be a great card, especially if you're a fan of like prospects, exciting prospects. Because Sean O'Malley's kind of got like the same thing going in my head, right? I don't expect Sean O'Malley to fucking win the belt next year and defend his title 20 times, but I see him becoming a bit, you know, MMA aside, I see Sean O'Malley, Mackenzie, Dern, I see both of them being able to be successful with fighting or without fighting. Both of these people out of the MMA lab, Sean O'Malley and fucking Mackenzie Dern, two up-and-coming UFC prospects that have a lot of potential. Both of them can branch out of MMA. You can be a dope-ass MMA fighter. Let Mackenzie Dern come in here and choke a couple chicks out, move up to 8-0, put her on body armor, put her on a TV show. Let Sean O'Malley come in here and put on another spectacular performance like he did at Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series or versus Terry on the Flash Weir when he went all 3 rounds and showed his heart. You know what I'm saying? Let them have a couple big performances and then take that performance and build it into something else. Take Mackenzie Dern getting a fucking armbar in the first round, spin that shit to a TV show. Take Sean O'Malley getting a spinning fucking hook kick knockout, spin that joint to a motherfucking weed magazine or a fucking vegan, you know what I'm saying? I want to see Sean O'Malley for sure, who I'm rooting for, grow outside of MMA. And I'm just saying Mackenzie Dern, who I personally don't know, never seen her fight, but I will say as a fan of women, she is beautiful. I just see she has the potential to not get punched in her face. And this is the, you know, punch face business. So I know as like an MMA fan, you're like, fuck that, throw them all to the killers. We just want to see the best of the best of the best of the best. Well, I get what you're saying, but there's going to be people who come in and realize, I can make just as much money fucking eating a vegan dish while smoking a blunt that I can getting knocked the fuck out because you want to see me fight. So with that being said, it is what it is. Can't wait for UFC 222. Mackenzie Dern finally not only signed to the UFC, but she's already got her opponent booked, Mrs. Ashley Yoder, at UFC 222 March 3rd in Las Vegas. Can't fucking wait. With that being said, it is what it is. I was going to do another video on Donald Cerrone not being happy with that photographer. And, you know, it says Donald Cerrone's not happy with fucking Camp Winklejohn after the photographer called Chris Cyborg a man. But the photographer already came out and apologized and said, yo, check me out, bro. I'm the most hated photographer in the world. I understand. This is what happened. I was on Cyborg's bus. I heard them calling Holly a bitch and saying she wasn't doing nothing in the clinch. And I heard them laughing at the fact that Chris Cyborg's toe went in her eye. So, yeah, as a fan of Holly Holm, I fucked up. I apologized to Cyborg. I apologized to my teammates. He apologized to everybody and said, yo, I know I'm the most hated photographer, but I'm out. So, Cowboy has came out, a member of the team, like, yo, that doesn't represent the team I know. You know what I'm saying? And I understand all that, but I'm not going to make a whole nother separate video on that fucking Chris Cyborg topic right there. And, you know, the responses, I'm sure there might be like, maybe I will tomorrow, but as of tonight, we covered that enough. It's fucking New Year's Day. We got so much going on. You know what I'm trying to get done today. So with that being said, it is what it is. I'd like to thank everybody for listening to this. And just remember, I'm a fan of MMA, but I'm also a fan of women. Yow, I'm out.
Da 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 da! It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G!